Violet, and welcome in our class. How
Mm-hmm.
are you?
Mm, I'm good. How are you?
Okay, that's great to know. Are you
Mm.
at home or you're at work?
At home, my room.
At home.
Mm.
I see. It looks different now.
Okay. Maybe before I usually turn off the light.
The light.
Yeah. But
I see.
today,
Yes.
turn on the light.
No.
Mm, mm,
I see. All right. So,
mm,
yes. So, again, welcome in our class.
mm.
So, how have you been? I mean, it's been a long time. Like, how did you spend your weekend?
Yes. I usually work on weekend, and my day off
Mm-hmm.
is Wednesday and Thursday. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, as you know, some something nothing special happened. Just I stay
Mm-hmm.
home and go to work or go to the grocery store. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing special.
I see. Yes. Mhm. I am not sure if I can hear you well.
Hmm?
I think your voice is quite low.
Oh, can you? You can't hear my voice. How
Mm.
about
Yeah.
now?
Mhm. Yes, I can hear you well now.
Well,
Mm-hmm. All
mm,
right. So, are
mm,
you ready? Yes, for our class.
yeah.
Great to know. All right. So, if you're ready, then let's start. So, what's our topic for today's class?
uh, Personal experience.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, Talk about your favorite class in high school. Why did you
Mm-hmm.
enjoy it? And my answer,
Okay. Mm-hmm.
yeah, this
All
is
right. So, this
um,
is your answer, right?
yes, speaking
Uh-huh.
test.
Yes. Okay, let's try to go through it. So my
Mm,
favorite class
mm,
in high school was Korean history. There were several aspects. You can just say reasons, okay,
mm,
why I enjoyed it a lot. So you can say
mm,
there, you can say there were or there are. So you could
mm,
also say that. So here we could say there
mm,
were several reasons
mhm,
why
mm,
I really enjoyed it.
mm,
So you can say enjoyed it a lot.
mm.
Okay, so you can say that one. Okay, so
Okay.
there were several reasons why I really enjoyed it a lot. Okay,
Okay.
next, the first thing, okay, that comes to my mind is the teacher. There was a teacher who taught us for 3 years. She was approachable, so I was never scared to ask a question. Okay, that's correct. Mm-hmm. But you could also talk about this one the Korean history teacher, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So you can say, uh, I used to have, so you could say, or
Mm,
uh, I had a teacher in
mm,
Korean history. You
mm,
can say I had a teacher in Korean history who
mm,
taught us for 3 years. Okay, she was really approachable. That's correct.
mm,
So I was never scared to ask question. Okay,
okay.
next. But I think
Mm,
you could add other things. Okay,
mm.
so like what else do you like about her aside from being approachable? So you can also add
Oh.
some adjectives. So
Mm,
aside
mm,
from being approachable,
mm,
what else do you like about her?
mm,
Okay, so you could also
mm,
she was also you could
mm,
say she was also
mm,
very good at teaching
mm,
very good at teaching Korean history. We
mm.
learned a lot from her
Yes.
Okay, so
Mm,
you can also say she was also
mm,
a very good teacher.
mm,
Uh, she taught us she taught us
mm,
many things. You could also add this one, many things, and learned. We learned,
mm,
really learned a lot
mm,
from her. Okay, a lot from her. So you could also add this one if you like. Okay.
okay.
Yes.
She
Okay.
taught
Or you could
us.
also add some more if you are there are other traits that
Mm,
you like about her. Maybe
mm,
you could also include those in that
mm,
part. Okay.
okay.
Okay. Right. Let's
Mm,
have number two.
mm,
Next paragraph. Another aspect, okay, of the class was that she was really knowledgeable. Oh, I think this is knowledgeable about
mm,
Korea. I think this is somewhat the same as what I've told you. She was also very good teacher. She taught us many things. Okay, maybe you could also add this one.
mm,
Maybe you could include this part
mm.
in this part because this is still about the teacher.
Yes.
This is still about the teacher.
Mm,
Okay, so
okay.
this is the personality of the teacher.
Mm,
Next one, maybe you could focus on
mm.
like uh, uh, the the lessons that you learned. Okay, the
Yes.
content. Yes.
Mm, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Can you give me an example or your opinion about the class? I mean, uh, just I said about only teacher, and I don't know how to describe about the
Mm-hmm.
class, because I really like Korean history because uh, history just I think I'm on
Mm-hmm.
Korean. That's why I have to learn Korean history. I have to
Mm-hmm.
know. That's why I like the history. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to make my
Mm-hmm.
sentence about that.
Sure. Okay.
Mm.
Yes. You could also add. Sure. Okay. Let me
Mm.
add some another paragraph for that.
Ah,
Maybe you could also say
mm,
uh, first and foremost. So you can
mm-hmm,
say first and foremost. I
mm-hmm,
really like.
mm,
So you can say I really like learning Korean history. I
mm,
really like learning Korean history.
mm,
hmm since I was young, or since I was
mm,
young, I am already um, interested. So interested about knowing. I'm already interested. Where you can say, first
mm,
and foremost, I really like learning Korean history
mm,
since I was young. I am already uh, I you can say I'm already interested about learning. I'm so much interested. So you can say I'm so much
mm,
interested
mm,
about learning different about different lessons,
mhm,
different lessons that we had in our Korean history subject. So you can say this one or class.
mhm,
This one.
mm. Foremost. First or
Mm-hmm.
foremost and foremost. I
First, like
really
most important.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, okay. I will. I really like learning Korean history since I was young. I'm so much interested about the different lessons that we had in our Korean history subject. Mm,
Mm-hmm.
mm,
Okay, so I think I made a mistake. So
mm,
instead of saying I'm so much, you have to say I've
mm.
been so much interested, okay, about
Oh.
the different lessons that we had in
Mm,
our Korean history subject. Okay,
Okay.
okay. Right. So secondly, you can say
Mm,
secondly,
mm,
uh, we had I
mm.
or you could say I had a very good teacher in Korean history. Like
Mm,
she taught us. Okay, so I can say secondly. So let
mm,
me just type it here for you.
mm,
Secondly, I had a very good teacher in Korean history. So you could put your second paragraph here. Uh, she taught us. She taught us for 3 years. For 3 years.
mm,
She was really approachable. She was
mm,
really approachable,
mm,
approachable, and that's why approachable. That's why I was never afraid or scared to ask questions. Scared to ask questions. So you can say this one. Then you could add the other things that I told you, like
mm,
uh, she was uh, she taught us many things,
mm,
and we really learned a lot from her. So you could also say that. Okay.
mm. Okay. Ah,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Okay. Let
Heard.
me add that one.
Mm,
You could say she taught us many things,
mm,
and we really learned a lot from her. A lot from her. Okay. So you can say this one.
mm,
Mm-hmm. All right. Any other? When I think back about Korean history class, it makes me realize that the teacher can totally make or break us in the class. So you can say that can totally make or break us in the class.
mm. Oh.
Okay, so it's like it would make you feel happy or it
Mm,
would make you feel not so interested about the subject. Hmm.
mm. Okay.
Let us rephrase that. When I think about
Mm,
Korean history class, it makes me, you can say, I always realize, okay, so you can say, I always realize that,
mm,
okay, a teacher can totally make or break you, or you can say break you or us in the class. So you can say,
mm,
makes me realize that
mm,
a teacher can totally, okay, so we can say can totally
mm,
or break us, make us in loving the subject. Okay, so you can say the loving the class or the loving in loving the subject. Okay.
mm. Okay. Oh. Okay.
Make us
Mm.
in loving the subject or break us in loving the subject. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Any other?
Wow.
I think
No.
we still have time, like 2 minutes.
No, no. I'm so writing
Okay.
and okay. I will
Mhm.
organize. Uh, I will organize the sentence you taught me, and then
Hmm.
I will ask the next class again.
Sure, sure. Yes. Thank you so much for taking some time in attending this
mm,
class. I
mm.
hope you good luck. Enjoy the rest of the day. Bye.
And thank you for teaching me.
Sure, no problem.